Tensions over the war in Ukraine flared anew after Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky made it clear he has no intention of engaging in historical debates with Russian President Vladimir Putin should the two leaders meet for negotiations. Speaking during an interview with British broadcaster Piers Morgan, Zelensky dismissed the idea that discussions about the deeper historical origins of the conflict should play any role in efforts to end the war. His remarks came as diplomatic speculation continues over whether face-to-face talks between Kiev and Moscow could eventually take place. In his comments, Zelensky signaled impatience with Moscow's long-standing narrative about the roots of the conflict. He stated that he would not devote time to revisiting historical arguments or examining Russia's interpretation of past events. According to the Ukrainian leader, such discussions would distract from what he views as the immediate priority, ending the war through practical and forward-looking measures. He indicated that the motivations cited by the Kremlin for launching military operations are, in his view, irrelevant to the urgent task of halting hostilities. Rather than revisiting grievances or ideological justifications, Zelensky stressed the need to focus exclusively on present realities and diplomatic pathways to peace. His language during the interview was emphatic, underscoring frustration with what he characterized as repeated references to history from the Russian side. The Ukrainian president framed these arguments as unhelpful to the negotiation process and unnecessary in efforts to secure a settlement. For its part, Moscow has consistently maintained that any sustainable peace agreement must address what it describes as the underlying causes of the war. President Putin has repeatedly pointed to historical, cultural, and political ties between Russia and Ukraine, asserting that the two nations share deep-rooted connections. The Kremlin has argued that Russian-speaking communities in Ukraine require protection and that NATO's eastward expansion, including Kyiv's declared ambition to join the alliance, represents a core security concern for Moscow. According to Russian officials, these factors form part of the broader context that must be acknowledged in any comprehensive resolution. Putin has also previously characterized Ukraine as a state whose modern borders were shaped during the early Soviet era, suggesting that historical decisions taken in the 20th century have influenced today's geopolitical tensions. Moscow insists that these perspectives cannot be set aside if negotiations are to produce a lasting outcome. The possibility of direct